Hey everyone, I'm back again and I'm doing another review today. Today I'll be reviewing the Titanosaurus from X Plus. This is my all-time favorite X Plus figure from the Godzilla series to date. Not the Gamera series, the Godzilla series, because Gamera is always in my heart, always number one. But this is my favorite of all in the Godzilla series. It kind of beat the 1974 Mechagodzilla with a light-up feature, or the Hedorah light-up feature, or the Godzilla 2000. But right now, in my heart, Titanosaurus is number one right now. When I opened this package and looked at the box art, it just amazed me in my eyes because this is so awesome. And I like this so much. This box can be displayed in your room or in your house or on your toy shelf, in a store or anywhere, because just look at it. They have the figure on the box. They have the great background with the big Titanosaurus head on the right side. And it has the big, large words saying Titanosaurus, which is just amazing. Just amazing how the box art is. So let's talk about the figure itself. This figure is really light and really easy to put together. You probably saw my unboxing video that just took me a couple seconds to put the tail on. Just really simple, really easy to do. If you look at the details on his eyes, just amazing. The great thing about the details of this figure is the horns too. The horns looks amazing, looks like unicorn horns. One thing about the horns is that you don't need to worry about it breaking because it's soft vinyl. Same thing for the fins on his ears and the back fins for his back. All the way from the top, from the bottom. You can see those little black bumps. Those are all sculpted on the figure. That is just awesome. Think about all the bumps they had to sculpt for the whole figure. For this whole figure, that is a lot of bumps. Amazing detail everywhere. If you look at the front, you move it to the front, you can see that on the sides of his chest, there is kind of like some marks or some creases, which is really amazing. Look at that creases right there. Just right here. Just amazing looking. And then when they dry brushed it, dry brushed it, it just made the details come out. In the middle, they airbrushed it a little bit, which made the details come out a little bit more too, which is awesome. Let's look from the top of his head. Just awesome looking. Titanosaurus, just amazing. There's also some other details on this figure. I'll show you. If you look at his legs on the bottom, there's some spray marks. Some are kind of like yellowish spray marks on it, which looks really good. And that's just additional details that this figure has. Let's look at the size comparison of this figure. Size comparison for a AA battery. This is 30 centimeter. And this is just a huge figure. But it's really light, but the vinyl is very durable and it's very good quality, very high quality. And it'll stay at its pose and it won't drag as time goes by. Sometimes some vinyls, they will warp if there's humidity and if there's heat in the air, it'll just warp out. But for this kind of vinyl, it's hard vinyl. It shouldn't warp that much because it's really made really good. Each piece is done really nice. If you look at the gaps on the head, there's one piece on this part of his head, and there's another piece for his mouth. So it's two pieces right here. There's also his tail part where you need to pop in. That's another piece. And one more piece is, that's about it, I think. For articulation, his arms does move a little bit down up, and his neck does not move. His feet does not move too. So the simple articulation is just both of his hands. But this figure is not made to be articulated. It's made as a display piece. It's made like a piece of art for your cabinet or for other people to enjoy. So this piece is really made to be enjoyed as a fixed pose figure. Let's look at some of the details on the back of the fins. If you can see that the fins are very detailed. Just amazing detail on the fins. They painted it really good. A lot of paint apps on this figure. Just X Plus did a wonderful job on the paint apps. I think this figure is one of the hardest figures to paint because there's so many colors and there's so many things that you need to worry about. Just look at the paint on his tail. A bit of orange, a bit of yellow, spray painted, and all those black dots, just amazing. If you look at the bottom of his figure, you can see that there's also paint on the bottom of his tail right here. Paint all the way down here. But one thing that X Plus messed up was this part right here. I'll show you. They did overpaint this part that blended into the red paint from the bottom. So that part isn't that good. I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera, but you can see it right there. It blended onto the red part. The kind of brownish paint blended into the the red part, which is not that good. This figure is just amazing. There's also a seam line on his neck, but you can't see it that well. I think that's another part of the figure. But that's about it. All the seam lines are really well done, well kept hidden. So it's really hard to find out where the seam lines are. But if you do find that your horns are not straight, you could use a blow dryer and blow dry it. And then make it soft, and then hold it like where you want it, and make it cool again. It'll stay where it is. If you look at my horns, it's not aligned really well. You can see right there, it's not aligned that well. So you could just use a blow dryer to blow dry it with hot air, and then use cold air. Anyway. This figure is a must-buy for anyone that loves Godzilla, stuff, and that loves X Plus vinyl figures. This figure is 2014's top 3 figure of all time right now. So in my list of top figures this year, this is on the top right now. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. If you have any kind of problems with your figure, putting the tail on, leave me a comment or send me a message, and I'll show you some more better tips on how to put the tail on. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. I'll be doing more videos as we go along. And if you like this video, click on the like button. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.